why Goku versus Gojo isn't close.
Goku versus Gojo. Probably one of the biggest anime debates in history, rivaling the likes of Goku versus Saitama, which if this video gets 100 likes, I'll do. The reason this is one of the biggest debates in anime is because of Gojo's hacks like Limitless. And in this video, I'm going to be going over how Goku would fare up against that, who would win, and why. Gojo is a character that comes from a series known as Jujutsu Kaisen, where he's displayed feats that can easily put him at island level, and using Dagon's domain expansion, which you could highball to star level, depending on whether you think this glare in this panel is star. And realistic speeds going off many calculations that have been made for Jujutsu Kaisen. While Goku has beaten characters with enough power to destroy planets, stars, solar systems, galaxies, and even universes and more, with speeds surpassing the speed of light by massive margins, taking in the fact that Goku was able to travel through hell, which has been calculated at 4.38 quadrillions.
Damn! Imagine being a dude. I didn't even know this was a number. I didn't know this was a number scaling quadrillion. How fast is that nigga Goku moving?
Times faster than light in his base, not accounting for his other Super Saiyan transformations, making him far faster than Gojo. So you might be wondering, why do people think that Gojo has a chance of beating Goku? And it actually comes.
I mean, bro, let's be real, bro. Gojo's, bro, I want to hear what he says first, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, Gojo is absolutely not beating Goku. He's not, bro. He's not.
From Gojo's hacks, there's no regular attack, and it's because of his ability Limitless. In Jump Giga Summer, a lecture was given by two special grade mathematicians and the Jujutsu Kaisen editor, Mr. Takano. They theorized on how Gojo's ability works, using in real life science and math, saying, end quote, Gojo creates an infinity space between him and his opponent, rapidly slows down the movement of his abilities approaching him. As a result, they can never touch his body, which can be explained with the tortoise paradox, which Gojo even gives reference to in the manga. The paradox proposed by an ancient Greek philosopher named Zeno, given the idea that if Achilles could erase a tortoise given a head start, he would never reach the tortoise, due to there being an infinite number of steps he would have to take. Every time Achilles would reach the halfway point between him and the tortoise, there would be another halfway, meaning no matter how far he gets, he will never touch the tortoise, which ultimately makes motion impossible. And since technically you could reach point B from point A in ways that his abilities describes, things natural, negative numbers, and impossible.
Now, do I understand what he's yapping about? No. But do I
-1 manifest, meaning his ability can create impossibilities, meaning Zeno's paradox is real inside Gojo's ability, bringing the idea that you have to take an infinite number of steps to reach the tortoise. You then in turn would need to take an infinite number of steps to reach Gojo. And this isn't even
okay, so when you look at it, so basically what we're looking at here, Gojo's abilities, basically he slows you down an infinite amount. You can't touch him because anything that travels, you won't be able to touch him, right? But Goku has techniques, right, that's able to touch characters without actually being able to move. The ability to move it itself, for example, like Hakai.
And accounting for his red and blue technique, or even his Limitless Void for that matter.
As long as it's something that erases and doesn't have any travel speed, could probably get through his barrier, because without travel speed, there's no infinite distance.
On a molecular level, granting him durability negation. So how does Goku fare up against hacks like these?
Let's see if he says
so now that I explained all of Gojo's abilities of Limitless, explaining the convergence of an infinite series of Achilles and a tortoise paradox manifested, explaining the convergence of an infinite series of the Achilles and a tortoise paradox, which makes this fabricated infinity between any person or thing. I've seen the argument going around that Goku could just use instant transmission to bypass this infinity, which is an interesting take on this, with teleportation being defined as instantaneous. Seeing as though Gojo's barrier is infinite, you can argue that Goku's instant transmission won't work by saying that he's never been shown to cross an
It's Hakai, bro. If y'all Hakai can't travel, it literally erases what's there.
Infinite distance.
It's gonna be Hakai.
You can kind of counter this argument by saying that Goku would only need to sense Gojo's energy across this distance, seeing as though the only time instant transmission was defective was in the case that the person he was trying to reach didn't cast enough energy for Goku to sense and ultimately travel to. However, Goku can easily sense Gojo's energy when he's standing directly in front of him, which the distance would now be irrelevant. Any counter-argument to this would fall under appeal to ignorance, which asserts that a proposition is false because it has not yet been proven, which basically just means that instant transmission hasn't shown to work on an infinite distance. Doesn't mean it can't. Gojo has a plethora of durability negating abilities such as red and blue, advanced limitless techniques. Blue brings the concept of negative space into existence. When he does this, the surrounding area tries to fill up the negative space, generating a strong force of attraction. He's able to make people's bodies implode by channeling reverse cursed energy. Gojo can use red. Red works as bringing the divergence of infinity into reality, creating a repel effect. Hollow purple is the combination of the two. The fusion of the convergent and divergence creates a collision of both infinities, creating an infinite imaginary mass, pretty much just erasing whatever is in its way. And these abilities work on a molecular level, granting a durability negation. However, Goku will not be affected by these abilities, seeing as though Goku was able to resist the erasure of Hakai, the same energy that can erase intangible beings, such as Ghost, out of existence, and even work on a fourth dimensional level. Abilities that work on a molecular level won't have any effect on someone who can survive fourth dimensional existence erasure. However, Gojo's Infinite Void is a whole nother story. Gojo's Infinite Void presents the target with limitless information, compelling them to see and feel all the information of the universe, which causes a state of paralysis from all the infinite knowledge, and just eventually causing them to die slowly. Getting caught in this domain will probably be fatal for Goku. However, you could make the argument that since Goku has Ultra Instinct, he can still fight, seeing as though Ultra Instinct...
I don't understand why he's acting like this fight is close. It's not close. He's acting like Goku's gonna be able to do something. Goku's going to Hakai him. He's gone. Hakai doesn't have any travel distance.
Allows the user to move and react while being completely unconscious of anything but the fight. Goku has the ability to attack through the infinite barrier itself. Gojo's ability works on the time and space level. Although passive, Goku can literally just punch through time and space. Goku was able to blast hit in a different dimension of time and space. He wasn't even in the same space-time as Goku. Jiren was able to do this with raw punches. It would escape Hit's pocket dimension, and Jiren would just punch through it, and Goku obviously scaling far beyond Jiren now. The manipulation of time and space that Gojo is doing, Goku can just counteract this by punching through the time and space itself. Overall, in the battle between Goku and Gojo, using all this information, Goku's probably going to come out on top. But honestly, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say.
I mean,
and I have a Archie.
He really didn't explain how Goku's gonna come on top, but Goku easily coming on top with Hakai erase was in front of him. And then also you could argue that Gojo can only slow things down from his dimensional tier. Gojo has never displayed something on a dimensional tier higher than 3D, right? Goku's on a 4D, 5D scale, right? So you could make an argument that Gojo hasn't been seen to actually be able to slow things down who are characters who are 4-dimensional, and Goku's obviously 4-dimensional, which could possibly get by the barrier. But really the main reason is Goku uses Hakai, Gojo's dead. Like, it's not he's dead. You feel me? So hey, that's what I'm thinking, you know. But he didn't really get into it. He got into Hakai, Goku like denied it, but he didn't really get into how like Goku used Hakai on Gojo. This fight's not gonna be. This is an easy dub for Goku.
Sonic video comes.
I don't know, bro. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments, man. I think Goku's absolutely slamming. It's not even a debate. You feel me? The dimensional tier one, the Hakai one. Hakai is just a ceiling deal. Y'all let me know in the comments, though, man. I love y'all.